But yeah, Aminato there. No, I don't know why she sees the Temur cube instead of the Esper cube, though. You're not wrong. It's thinking about Esper. It's probably a very control heavy cube when you lose red, right?
They
Like
would have to pick as many aggressive blue and white cards as they could, I think, to
Black
really make that make sense.
Black can do some pretty good aggression on the ground as
Oh yeah, of
well. Like,
course.
but yeah,
But
blue tends to be, where you don't. Oh,
Hello. I returned.
thank you, and thank you to Hot Soup, 256, born in the year 19,256.
Wow.
good
The
year.
future.
Right? I hear Sulfuric Vortex is still around in there.
Mm-hmm.
Might carry some cars when you go that far. But yeah,
17,000 years of sulfuric vortex.
yep. So yeah, thank you very much. We're all back. Let's jump in. So I see we're ready to go. Teamer Cube, Phantom League, and 1 of 8. Well, we got a 1 trophy though. That's good. I don't.
Yeah.
More trophies.
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not sure if we should have this 1 trophy, but we have it.
Maximilian Pegasus.
Fuck.
Sorry, Maximilian Pegasus.
Yeah, right there. They just always have Gataxian Probe in their hand. I don't know why. It's just, they always do.
Isn't this a singleton format?
Just every turn, get Probe. Like,
They just keep casting it.
yeah.
Also, they're not losing life when they do it.
Now you'll have to fight against my Toon Tarmogoyf. Like a really cartoon looking, like, goblin guide.
I like that they've, through the secret layers, have started printing some cartoon magic cards.
Yeah. I enjoy the best bit of those in my mind is when they do really wild art styles. Not like farther than you'd expect from a normal set. The heavy metal, like Abrupt Decay
Yeah.
in that set, or the void slime and the slime ones, or the
It's like
very cotton candy looking Mana Rock one. Yes, Beaumont Courier is the counter to Maximilian Pegasus. Toon Jace is that's Smash Bros. Right?
Yeah. We have
In the Wind Waker.
We have Child's Jace and we have Toon Jace.
All right. Thank you for sticking around, Doc.
Mm.
All right.
So, this was only, I guess, is this, yeah, it closes tomorrow. Only a week.
Yes. That's, the launch of Kaldheim is 2 days away or some shit?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
So, one of the things that Paper Magic Exploding has done is that there's no such thing as a pre-release world. Things
At
just
the very least,
come out.
yeah, at the very least I was used to the full spoiler being out a couple of days before like the Friday before, it's out on Arena.
Whew.
Okay. Well, that's the Consecrated Sphinx.
I see Consecrated Sphinx. I see some.
I like the Elder Gargaroth.
Yeah, that thing's fine.
But yeah, I think Consecrated Sphinx is the thing here that is unbeatable if your opponent can't answer it immediately.
Right, and like, here's the thing: what answers it? Like, welcome to Temur Cube.
Shit.
Please tell me cards that answer Consecrated Sphinx before you
Any
untap.
card that says destroy target creature with flying.
I don't know if we.
But yeah, also Consecrated Sphinx is an excellent card to end your birthing pod chain too.
Yeah. Pyroblast. There we go. Thank you. That's the kill spell. Because when I say kill spell for it, I don't mean sorcery. I mean like instant end of turn, because the value's already happened if it was sorcery speed. Tinker this early. A lot of strong green in here.
Tinker.
Fireblast is in here, yes.
Yeah, I also don't mind that, Kinnan, yeah, Kinnan.
Yeah.
3 N's in that name, half N's.
Kinnan, Garuk.
Yeah. I don't even mind the Branchwalker really.
Yeah.
We also have Looter, Nexus, and Tinker if you want to stay in blue.
Yeah,
entirely.
Am I willing to pick Tinker this early to try to get that to do something? Like,
it's a good question. Don't remember what artifacts I saw that were really backbreaking with it, like last time through. I think there's Worm Coil pretty much.
yeah, or like the big worm coil, the one that splits into 1,000 coils. I like Garrick and going into big busters.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Well. Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna have a good time.
Yeah. All right. You want to have a different good time?
Yeah.
You just want to,
yes, I do.
Like,
yeah. Let's do it.
You want to just go somewhere else?
Oh, yes, I do.
No, but I don't know if you can get in here to just hoot and holler about Maelstrom Wanderer. But if you want to hoot and holler about Maelstrom Wanderer, you can do it. That's the thing you can do. Let's do it. Let's find. Yeah. Sad to ask the Dynamo then, but
yeah, definitely. That'd be a great add to this.
The Remand is the more like, if I'm being like, what's the word? If I was, going for like a real nice, Ricci, Pinfu, these easy hands that just sort of pan out.
Windlord.
But no, like, what if we're just like dragons? Like, here's all our dragons. Yeah. Like, let's just
big 3 dragons.
Yeah, let's get the big 3. Let's get some fixing going. Dispute is good here as well, but I honestly might not want counters in this for our Wanderer if we're gonna go big.
It's true.
I want fixing here. I want red to be our splash.
Definitely. Like blue for the draw, green for the ramp, red for the powerful effects we can find.
Yeah, let's find some Titans.
Yep. Let's also find some Dorks or Mana Rocks.
Also, wow. I kind of wish this card cost 7.
Yeah.
The Vivian's also good, yes.
Vivian Reed, card that kills Consecrated Sphinx.
Huh. Was better?
Yeah, might be.
That might be more fun. Let's get the Magus in here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this card actually is in the cube. What the fuck? I was kidding. Oh my god.
Well, there we go.
I was joking. I like Worldly Tutor here as well, but like, I feel like the
There's
mana
also
is the
Foothills.
most. I feel like the mana is the most important thing in the world. The Tutor's also like super good because you can tutor for setting up cascades, but
yeah, or if you cascade into Worldly Tutor, you can then put something on top, a creature card on top of your deck that you can then give it the second cascade.
Yeah, the second cascade. Magus of the Mind, just rolls. Like, it doesn't shuffle after each, though it does shuffle initially, so. Hmm. Not a lot interesting here.
No, I mean, the most interesting about the Burning Tree Emissary is that, if you cascade into it, that's 2 free mana.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, shit.
Ooh, bummer,
Oh,
but Chalice.
shit. Ooh. Those are both good. I think we need ramp for this deck to function.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're going to see plenty of big boys. We already have plenty of big boys.
Yeah. Thank you for the bits, Charlie. The problem with Chalice is that that's a real garbage cascade, but, like, that's sort of a unavoidable problem with this deck.
Yep. It's really hard to make a deck in Limited that has that has, like, everything good to hit on a Cascade. The Hunt Master, I like the Duskwatch Recruiter. I think I like the Recruiter a little bit more.
Yeah, I was going to say I like this. This actually lowers creature spell costs as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, Cannon deck. I
Cannon,
mean, yeah,
cannon,
I'll take that.
That's like ramp. That can be nice ramp.
Mhm.
And it can, like, just slam, like, some of these into play.
Yeah, and, like, it's a bummer that Maelstrom Wonder does not get the Cascades if you slam it into play, but eh.
I think I'd probably just take Whirly Rogue because that's
Yeah.
the red looks like a splash, not a.
Mm-hmm. Cruise or Predator? Predator's a pretty strong one.
I'm gonna believe in Predator. Ah,
Hey,
cool.
it came back.
Cool.
I had a feeling it would. Like, perfect.
All right, our curve sucks.
Yeah, we need a ton of ramp here. Which we have none of here. We have Volcanic Island. I would not mind getting back that Mystic Snake or Hex Drinker.
Pick up Fire Diamond if I'm.
Oh, Fire Diamond, yeah, uh-huh.
Problem is, I really like having a fetchable blue source.
Oh, definitely.
Also,
Yeah,
Prismatic Vista here too.
Volcanic Island's definitely the correct choice here, but hopefully we see something nice back here. Like, chart would be cool. Mystic Snake would be neat.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that, well, I guess if you cascade into a Mystic Snake, do you cast it? I don't think you do.
Shit. No. No, you don't, because that's
Yeah.
not. That's a non-optional.
It's not. You have to counter something. Yeah. Pod. The pod's here, but we've a different plan now.
I know.
Like,
If the pod for some reason tables, like, we
yeah,
could possibly make it function, but
because especially because pod does not work well with the Cascade
yes.
plans we have going on here. So
Lingering Zone. This feels like something that'll table.
something. Yeah, totally. I do not feel like something that everybody wants, like the Kinnan.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah, good, excellent.
this is ramp.
That's ramp.
We can give it to our opponent.
Yep. If you really want.
All right. I want some more, like, 1 mana dork stuff.
Tireless Tracker.
Steam Vents, Tireless Tracker, Venser. All
Yeah,
those are fine.
I think the tracker here is what I'm most interested in because it starts, generating extra cards off of your lands.
Where did dork come from? For I assume you mean in mana dork. I don't know the where that came from, but it's stuck.
It may have just been somebody calling it a dork. It's like it's a little dork. It's just
But you're right in that it's like this extremely, like, yep, that's just what it is. And it also stuck, unlike other '90s lingo like Mise. Like,
yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Agent's also a nice one to cascade into, I think.
Yeah.
But
Measle. No. There was for early Magic years. There was like Mize was a word used for like
yeah,
top deck.
might as well.
Yeah. I almost feel like I want that agent.
Yeah, let's get that agent. Let's stick with the plan of just the biggest problem is Kennen can't hit it because it's a human.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, let's take more
I
fixing.
think that's great. I like the Phylath, but also we can we'll get something neat. We'll get some good big green card out of this. Like
Yeah. Phylath's weird because it counts basics.
yeah. LED's not quite the mana we're looking for.
Nope.
Ambusher's just a generic good card.
Yeah. Oh my god, do we catch people in combat?
Could. Well,
Pod Dream lives, I think.
yeah, Pod may come back.
I know we can pick Primal Might here, but Pod Dream lives, where we like
Yeah,
sack our Worm Coil to get Agent of Treachery.
that sounds like a lot of fun. I like that a lot.
Vista, Scooz, Baloth.
Vista, I think, is the
Again,
real choice here.
I want more fixing, more and more.
We have so many double costs at this deck.
Sorry, Censor.
Hey, yeah, Birthing Pod Dream lives.
I'll bring this in for a Storm hate.
Yeah, sure.
We need some 1s and 2s to fill this out, but the rest of the deck looks good.
Yep. We also need some 5s. People pointed out to for our pod chain.
Yes, we need to. Sadly, we passed the Hermit. That would have been a really good one.
Yeah, if that Hermit come back, that'd been excellent. Oh well.
What are we looking for? We want 5s. Mole Drifter. It's
Yes.
it's Mole Drifter's time. Oh. I probably should pick the Disdainful Stroke here.
Stroke's probably a good idea. Actually.
Okay, I'll pick the Beast Within here too. That's fine. These are actually like cards I want to play. We can't like cast it. Oh!
Yep, that's what I was hoping was gonna happen.
Good.
Because there's a lot of big. Somebody took a Rubble Hulk over that one.
Yeah. We need Monodorks very badly.
Yes, we do.
I want Birth of Paradise. I want. I don't. Whoa.
What do you?
Whoa.
Oh. Okay.
The red is a splash, Luke, for like 1 card. I want to be able to cast Maelstrom Wanderer.
I see a lot of stuff I want in here. There's library, of course.
Yeah, library's a lot harder when you're 3 color.
It's true. There's Charlotte. Plus, we're going to be playing our hand out more, so it's a bit harder to keep up 7 cards. There's the Allosaurus Shepherd, which we saw is quite good at stopping your opponent from being able to stop you from doing anything. There's Shardless Agent.
Yeah, Shardless Agent, which has like nothing to cascade into that's any good.
That's true.
Titania has 2 fetch lands.
Yeah.
Titania
is a 5 that is
ramp.
I think it is ramp, and it is a nice pod because you get your 2 lands and you can immediately turn into Consecrated Sphinx instead.
Yes, yeah, that's Tim looking like Tim was exactly why pingers are known as Tim. I'm gonna go for this. This feels like it's probably the wrong. Let's get that Bloodbraid back on the. I'll never forget that game. Castable.
Hmm.
I don't know if this is castable. Pretty sure it's not.
Yeah.
Are you castable? Are you castable? There's a lot here.
Yeah.
I want one more fetch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my eyes on the lands right now, partially.
Yeah. Do I just grab like that Lumbering Falls?
I think that might be a good idea. Like, I think they're the things that other things you want here have a good chance of wheeling. So,
Ooh.
Trop Island straight.
Exploration.
Hmm. That is good ramp.
That will let us do things. Like, one of the problems with this deck is that our curve is garbage low.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate seeing Breeding Pool and Trop Island in this pack.
I know. God, that sucks.
Sneak attack. Sadly, all of our sneak attack targets are like. We don't have like Eldrazi. We've got like okay things to throw down.
Bloom at Tender.
Literal Triumph, Bloom, Tender.
Usually only get a tap for, one or two, but
That's still a lot.
still fine.
Um,
I think it's between the Triumph and the Bloom Tender for me.
yeah. Triumph's the perfect fetch target for like Wooded Foothills.
Yeah.
Bloom Tender. I'm not. RO Ren.
Yeah. Acidic Slime is another good 5-drop if we wanted some more, pod
Yeah.
targets.
I feel like we need to be able to cast things at the
Yeah,
top, so
totally.
picking up
We need
Haros.
to, we need to cast these things, not that we'll be able to pod them all out all the time.
Yeah. Pod into Dark Dwellers to recast our hero.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, okay. I'm a bit sad to see,
Finally,
Karuga here at the same time.
Yeah.
Especially how close we were to Karuga just being like, yeah, fuck it.
Oh my
We'll just play 3
god.
drops and higher.
True girl table, it'll be fine.
Companion Karuga. Yova's an okay 5.
Yeah, especially like with exploration.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, the 1-mana dork that doesn't work with Cannon.
I like Fauna Shaman here.
Yeah.
And now how are we feeling about Charlotte's Agent? Like,
I'm still annoyed because everything Chalice means it's gonna
Yeah.
have this like whiff. Brainstorm might be a little better with the shuffles we've got.
it's true.
Um,
The Ultimatum came back.
get Twister.
And Locust God.
Yeah,
Or Twister.
Yeah, these are all like real things for us.
I do like the Twister because we have the Exploration.
Yeah, we can start slamming things down a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a draw 7 in here. I think I might grab evac as a panic.
Yep.
And then I think we're at.
Or pretty much nothing. We could. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe the Recruiter might have been a good idea.
It doesn't tutor much for that's great for us even.
It tutors for Prime Speaker, I believe. It's power 2 or less, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Our Kinnan is a bit weird. We don't have a lot of things that tap for mana. We have a lot of land untapping.
Yeah.
Instead.
So Cannon's mostly there for the activated ability more than it is for the ability itself.
The Lotus.
Or the mana ability.
This looks like it'll be fun and dumb.
Okay.
I don't care about any of these. Sure.
All right.
All right. So, cards that need to get out are like that. I think Stroke is something I'll board in because I don't want to cascade into it.
Yep.
It's me being greedy, I think, but I'm willing to be greedy with this deck.
Mm-hmm.
You all in a pile over there. These all in a pile up here. We got 30 cards in the main deck. We got to cut down.
Okay.
Artisan probably gets out of there.
I feel like we need the Beast Within just for, any interaction with our opponent's board.
Probably. We need 5 cuts, and it's mostly going to be like stuff from up above, you know?
Yeah. I would say the thing that is probably the worst for our plan right now is Magus of the Mind.
Yeah.
Probably Tatyova. Oh, huh. I was thinking Deranged Hermit is something I'd want to keep over the Tatyova.
I like being able to draw in here because we don't have too much of that. Like,
Yeah,
we have a
that's a good point.
Twister, but, like...
And I wish Deranged Hermit were a better, pod target, because if we have Prime
That's-
Speaker and pod out, then it's great.
Yeah.
Because we get to pod up to 5, get 4,
And then pod
squirrels.
straight to 6.
But otherwise, we have to pay 5. So, yeah, Ambusher's not really part of the plan. And,
One last cut.
maybe the Whirler Rogue?
We need that
It
as
is
a 4.
basically, it's only 4.
It's our,
Yeah.
it holds together our pod line.
Yeah.
Trigon Predator might not be an auto-include in this format.
That's true.
I don't know.
I think we can take the Dragon Predator and side that in if we need it, if we come across artifacts.
Yeah, which I'm sure we will, but I feel like there's more matches. Like, this isn't like Vintage Cube where that's always on. Anyway, here's a billion lands.
Yep.
I don't think I need a basic mountain.
No.
Wait, well...
Upright Vista, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
one mountain.
and Harrow. Okay.
Hero Mountain.
That looks fine.
That looks correct, yeah, I think so. Like, we have...
Yeah, so it is worth noting, Mute, one of the things about this cube is that the original cube that this is based off of was not a 540 cube. So a lot of those added landfall things were added sort of as like a, well, we need to support this existing theme, which I think we've mentioned before. But yeah, it's kind of funky, understandably so. I want to crush somebody with Titania some more. I don't get to play with this card ever because this is like some weird card from like a product I've never seen in my life. But
what was it from? 1 second,
it's from Cube. See, like, look, it's from Cube.
it was from Commander 2014.
Yeah.
Now it's from the Legendary Cube prize pack.
Woo. But like, this card is a favorite of mine because
Remember Legendary Cube?
That cube was so goddamn good, then they killed it. Such a good cube.
I'm trying to remember because there's Legendary Cube and there's another cube named something similar.
Well, there was the Legendary Cube, and then they brought it back with the same name, the Legendary Cube, but they broke the idea of it.
Right, yes, okay.
It was just called the Legendary Cube. It was like, we brought back the Legendary Cube. We made 100 changes to it and added conspiracy cards.
Yeah.
And creatures that aren't legendary. And like, just a ton of... It was a completely different cube, and it just wasn't the same.
Right, okay. So that reminds me why I remember the Legendary Cube both, like, good and bad, because it was both.
They called it the Legend Cube. The second, whatever. They're like, that's the same. That's like the change.
Legend Cube.
That's
That makes it sound more like they should have the if it's called the Legend Cube, and I expect I see it's the card with the legends in it, the cube with the legends in it.
Yeah, this is my Legend Cube. Sorry, this is my Legends Cube.
Ah,
A
yes,
completely
good.
different cube. The
This is my cube made entirely of cards from Legends. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, mm-hmm,
I'll
yeah.
put somebody back.
Probably the Wanderer.
Yeah, we're gonna be shuffling.
We're searching, so. As the other thought would be, get rid of the Ethereum Horn Sculptor because Wanderer can hit it, but I think that's okay.
I don't think Dryad can tutor green. Or just like the. I don't think that Dryad. Let me try that sentence again. I don't think that Dryad can tutor blue.
Uh, you have the Mountain Forest Island.
Ooh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. I sometimes forget that card has types.
Yep. Nope. It is triple type lands,
Okay. Or
or we just get it Natch.
I'm a tracker.
Yeah, I love Tracker. Next time we get 2 clues out of it, dope.
Looks like my opponent's on aggressive blue.
Yep, that's what Stormkiller tells you.
Oh!
Damn, forcing it. Getting rid of Flusterstorm. They're main decking Flusterstorm.
Oh, fuck. Serenade. I don't actually know if Serenade's in here. I just said the word Serenade because, like...
Oh, what do you got?
Oh,
All right,
God,
yeah,
all
our
right.
opponent is very aggressive
I'm putting
with
that
a
on...
1/1 in play.
Putting that on bottom.
Yeah, we don't need it at this point. We're shuffling anyways.
Yeah. Well, are we?
Okay,
Like,
fair point.
at this
Yeah.
point, I'm
Maybe they also have a Force of Negation.
right. We're gonna get dazed on the Yavamaya Dryad.
Okay, all right.
Okay, target player. I want it. Thanks. Yes. Grab the Triome.
Okay.
Cool. They exiled Flusterstorm to the force earlier. They milled Blue Suns and Seagate Stormcaller.
All right. Well, that's fine. We're a turn away from casting our Ethereum Horn Sorcerer.
Which is 2 threats. And can bounce to continue to be more threats. It's actually a very cool card.
Yep. And yeah, even if they can counter it, we still get something else. Yeah, they're definitely stuck right now on their keep. All right, let's let's get something that's not a land, huh?
All right, here we go. 0.
And daze us.
No, this is gonna be 0 on the multi-kicker card. Ooh.
Okay. That gets us that lets us steal their island?
Yeah, that does let us steal their island.
It's probably more worth it to you know, bounce it and recast it though. Then again, no, because if we take away their island right now, then like, uh, then they draw an island and they're once again stuck. Yeah, cool,
Yeah,
fantastic,
okay. All right, all right,
excellent.
all right. Understand. Like, I feel like the jerk here because I'm the jerk here. That laugh is me laughing at the silliness of this because, yeah, I'm actually really interested in like mono blue aggro because that
Yeah,
looks like it's got some teeth to it. Like the force, like they were off the blue, but if they weren't, I feel like we might have had some real problems. Anything I care about on the board for this?
I don't think so. I'm trying to see if
That's
there's anything in the main deck you don't want. Um,
actually a better question.
like, do we bother trying to remove anything they have? We saw they have the.
I'm worried about
They're gonna dump
Twister
their hand.
against this.
Yeah, I would almost want to say bring in like Predator as like a blind blocker.
Yeah, or even like Night Pack Ambusher is like end step big
Yeah,
threat.
end step on their turn, so we can end step a threat on their turn, and then make them drop their cards for something else on our turn.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I like it.
Mind Break is a 4 mana counter that isn't actually a counter spell. That is like an anti-storm card.
Yep. It also does let you counter uncounterable spells.
Yeah, that's why it's a counter spell that's not actually a counter because it doesn't use the word counter, but so it can counter uncounterable things. Which, funnily enough, it's from Zendikar. So, like, that is a world that had one large uncounterable thing. All right, having Arbor Elf basically was huge there. That mulligan went well too. I'm still
Yep,
worried.
totally.
I'm worried about our speed in this matchup.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like,
think our opponent can absolutely run us down.
yeah,
And yeah, I think our biggest advantage here is going to be
well,
okay, well that's a mulligan.
that sucks. That's an auto mull. Melman, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, we have to mulligan this. This looks fine. We put agent back.
Yep. Easy one. Because yeah, I think an important part about this deck is that they're expecting you to try to remove their stuff, and they have cards in their deck specifically to remove it.
Is that for real? Are you red?
Were they off of red that whole time?
That might have been why they conceded. We cut them off 2 colors because when they milled 2 blue cards, I thought they were mono blue.
Yeah, totally. We saw nothing but blue from them. So
They might have had the good lie, which is a powerful maneuver.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go grab our Triome at end step.
Makes sense. Then Kinnan or Fauna Shaman? I think I want the Fauna Shaman, and then we can discard the Kinnan.
Yeah. Ooh, trick bind me. Like, counter my fetch. like. Yeah, okay. Alright, and then give me the Triome. Could have that. Gonna wait on it. Okay, here's Fauna Shaman. Had like 1 turn without the Delver flipping.
That'd be nice.
We already got it last. Okay, one turn's all I can ask. I can't ask for more than that. Asking for more than that is like you're getting a little greedy there, aren't you? Shit.
Okay.
All right. Well,
here you go. We're probably gonna change it next turn anyway. So
yeah. Secrets fully revealed. Yeah, they're red.
yeah, how about that?
Their deck is much different than I.
Yeah. Did they sideboard this one?
No, this looks like we just saw like again the concession to our. All right, what do we want to?
What do we search for with the Fauna Shaman? Or do we not search for it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like,
Because like we could like go get like Arbor Elf or something.
well, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, let's see what we have. Because my thought is basically like, can we get closer to ramping out that like Ethereum Horn Sorcerer?
Not really. Titania would be... Titania and Nightpack Ambusher look like our best
Mm-hmm.
bits at that monocost. Um...
My question was mostly, could we discard Kinnan to get something else we can play this turn?
Not really. The only,
Yeah.
like Arbor Elf if we really wanted to go do that. Or
Yeah, like I said,
well,
we could get the
Duskwatch.
Duskwatch. Yeah, I don't mind the Duskwatch actually.
I like that.
Like
Let's go that route.
that gives us another activated ability that's similar but cheaper.
Okay,
If it flips, then we get to
that
cast stuff
does
cheaper, so it's
ramp.
almost a ramp.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
effective ramp.
So
I'm glad we took the look. I wouldn't have.
yeah, one of the thought of that one.
Okay. Duskwatch is nice too because it gives us something to do with. And again, I think I only get one turn of Delver, not flip. Okay, well,
I feel we are owed more turns considering how many turns Delver
No.
did not flip.
no. Ooh.
Okay. Well,
Okay, Whirler Rug.
that can be a bit scary.
Yeah, they're gonna get it. They know how to play it too, because of
Yep.
course. Yep. Attack for their one. Um.
Oh, okay. I think we just pass here then.
Because like there are, like I could discard Ethereum because like they have.
True.
Actually, hold on. We pass.
Mm-hmm. And then next turn, or then we activate Recruiter here.
Fuck.
All right, they got
Fuck.
the Force. That's not great.
Ah. All right. Okay. That's bad.
Yep.
That's what we call bad news.
Do we try to force it by base withstanding their aberration?
No, I'm going to mid-combat discard Sorcerer to grab Ambusher and try to catch some folks off guard.
Ah, okay, all right, I like it.
And then play Titania the turn after. If they force one, they'll get the other. Like,
Yep.
the problem is we're taking some hits. Thopter's in. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not actually getting anything with the ambush.
Oh.
Okay, we saved ourselves two. Oh my god. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't
All
block
right.
on the token. Makes sense.
All right. Our opponent's very heads up.
Yeah.
So.
I think we just I think we discard the Titania here.
I want to play Titania here.
Okay.
I feel like that's very powerful with two fetches in the yard.
That's true. But yes, I forgot. You get to bring stuff back.
And we get two activations immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go and find our Nightpack Ambusher.
They don't currently have green to cast. Grudge.
Yep.
Shit, they left up force.
Dang.
I can go for some pretty hefty damage here.
Yeah.
Like attack for 8. leave up. Attack for 8.
You can not cast any spells this turn to get yourself a wolf token,
Yeah.
and they can't force that one. Um,
And then I like Beast Within on their turn.
yeah, based within something on their side on their turn. After they declare attackers.
Yeah. And that the Beast Within gets countered, but hopefully that's enough.
Yeah. Then hopefully that opens the way.
Yeah. Oh, this is very tough.
Yeah.
The
I think if able to Flana Shaman, block something this turn.
Yeah, the visible force is just such a powerful threat, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's really just a question of what do we have to throw away to it?
Yeah.
Especially bad if, they can just force for mana.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Game log shows Fiery Confluence cast as.
Why can't I see what Fire Confidence was cast as?
How do I tell what this card is? I'm going to assume this is 6 to my dome.
Yes, that would make the most sense, considering that they can just attack you for lethal in that case.
Let's just let it resolve.
Yep, 6 to your dome. How about that? Then they can tap their Thopters, get in with their Mentor. Or they stack with their Thopters.
Well, it's not lethal.
No.
I think I just have to assume their hand does not contain like lightning bolt
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Yeah, the other option here would be to beast within their, um, aberration.
I don't feel that's worth the time. Specifically, the reason I don't feel like that's worth it is because like they can just like make another thing unblockable next turn.
Right.
I'm gonna go to 1 here, and we're gonna try to kill them right now, in a very dumb way.
Okay. Ooh, all right. Okay, I like it. I like it.
Should be. Yeah, that's fine. He's within targeting that.
Very careful by that grove. That's the stack. I'm
Oh.
trying to resize. Yeah.
Oh my god, help. Alright, and then we go grab Whirler Rogue.
Okay, all right.
And this is how I try to steal the game.
Okay.
I think they're gonna call the bluff because it is a bit of a bluff.
Yeah.
If they just do the math, they should know we don't have enough attackers.
Also, they can just recast that fire conflict now, can't they?
Yes. I think what I had to do was push Titania last turn and hope they couldn't force it.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way we could have won. Yeah, all right, we know that.
All right. So now that we know what their deck is, do you want to give us any sideboarding?
Well, I super love getting rid of Time Twister.
Yeah.
Do I want evac?
Actually might have been okay. Like, we're really not doing a lot early game, and a lot of the things that we are playing later in the game have pretty good ETBs.
Yeah. Also, Predator might just be fine as a...
Yeah, I think like Predator is just a creature to play and block them.
Evac isn't terrible to Cascade into because you get the Cascade before the creature comes into play, so it doesn't bounce the...
Yep.
But... You know, let's cut that out and then put in...
Yeah, Beast of Finn is like any interaction against our opponent, but also it didn't seem terribly good considering that everything they had was really small.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Let's go ahead and... Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have the Triumph. Okay, cool.
Yeah, at first glance, it looks like it might be a really bad hand, but at second glance, it all of a sudden becomes a very good hand.
Yeah, a bit of a bummer that we can't really cast anything off of the like, you know...
Yeah, I'd love to track her or something like that.
Well, that's something.
I can cast that.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a funny way to cast it, but I can cast it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we draw land so I can just track her land.
Mm-hmm.
Funnily enough, again, the Mana Dork this doesn't work with.
Awesome.
They're going to kill my Arborel.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
That's fine.
Put that on bottom, I think.
I don't care about... This is...
Oh.
This is really good because... So it's funny. This looks like it's the key card to our deck.
It's nothing.
But our deck is secretly really bad with the card. So...
Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! We've lost our good card.
Our opponent is extremely good at that's a good identification of the real threat 99% of the time. The problem is our deck is somehow stupid. Right?
I see. The worst card we have. Well, if you insist.
Yeah. Double bolt.
Okay.
Right? This is double bolt. Ah, double probe.
Ah, double probe. Ah.
I
get to look twice with 2 eyes.
Oh, that's not double bolt. That's still a draw 2. That's very good.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable thing to do.
But I was very scared of, a different move.
Ooh, I like Harrow and Yavimaya Druid here.
If we get forced, we get forced. It sucks, but I don't...
Yeah.
Or we could Harrow after we play Tatiova, but I think I'd rather just get the...
Yeah. Let's get some lands down, because we already have the Tyler's Tracker getting us, a ton of clues.
Okay.
Isn't it untapped, so we can also, Druid.
There it is.
Okay. That's pretty rough.
It's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
But hitting our mana sources is very powerful.
Right, it's 2 for 2, but it's to get rid of a land. So,
Yeah.
like...
Okay.
Alright.
Milled Chase, Blue Suns again. 3 in hand. Yep, we can't block that.
Sure. It's fine.
Yep. I mean,
So yeah, we can draw it again this turn. So...
they have 2 forces. Okay, target ourselves. Yes. Stomping grounds, please. No. Okay. I have a pod
So
played next turn as well,
yeah.
if we want to
Mhm.
do that.
Which we could pod into okay. So it's a bit of a bummer, but you know, not
Yeah.
the end of the world.
We're starting to get a little overrun on the board is the problem.
Yeah. Which, you know, we do have some big options we can get in, you know, find. It's not a great one right now.
It's a pretty bad one right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pod for a 4.
Yeah. Get down Whirler Rogue, I think, is probably the best option.
Oh. I don't like paying this much life, but yeah, Whirler Rogue is very clearly the winner there. Oh shit, I messed up.
Oh.
Are they gonna be able to punish me for this? No.
Okay, alright.
Ooh, that was a mistake.
Phew.
That was a mistake, and that was one of like, our opponent is a player I expect to punish me for that style of mistake.
Yeah.
Specifically, if they had an Ancient Grudge, which we had seen before, right there, they could have got me on the untap. So
Right, so you should have done that while it was on the stack.
yes. So we can go to 5, which is get a land back.
Yeah.
So that's good. Mana's basically all we need to unlock this game. Like, once we get lands, we're set because we can just go, like we can clue in Tatiova for cards. It's just mana right now that is the restricting bit.
Fortunately, their attack is pretty neuter this turn. They can pretty much attack with their elementals, I think. That's pretty free. Oh, they're just coming all in. All right. What do they got?
Well, I will make the
we make the correct blocks, and then we see what they got for us.
I'll make all these blocks.
They got a Fiery Confluence?
I think they're looking to sweep with a Confluence.
Yeah.
That's what this reads as, is Confluence, which I gave them by blocking there. I gave them a little bit more damage on me, but that's okay.
But I'd feel better if Confluence with them with no board.
Especially 3 cards in hand. Hopefully it's... Yeah, so there's Confluence.
Yeah.
And
destroy artifacts. Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so 1 to all creatures, destroy some artifacts. So...
Yep.
Yeah,
good play.
This puts us a bit behind, so...
Good play. That's good draw.
Yeah. Do we get the Shaman down, or do we want to draw with a clue?
Let's draw with the clue.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect.
And
then next turn we can definitely Tatiova, and if we draw running lands, then we keep drawing cards. So
yeah, 2 cards in hand for our opponent. Here's Tatiova. Is this good enough to close the game? Force? Hard cast? Oh!
Okay, alright. Very into it.
Now that's a draw.
In nothing.
Titania? Counterspell? No.
I like Agent here. I'm really curious what they have. I don't think it's just lands. Like, it's possible it's just lands.
Willing to commit a little bit more to this to push the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and also to be able to tutor for, yeah, like tutor for biggies. Holy shit.
Okay, cool, great, awesome. Let's get a 5/3 and draw 2 cards, and I think we hold off on the treachery because they don't have anything really worth stealing right now.
Yeah.
So let's just cast that sorcerer. Let's cast that wanderer.
It's time, everybody!
It's time. Let's murder our opponent.
Oh, finally here, performing for you.
Cool. Garrick, that's a hasty 3/3. Aw, the miss.
Kick 0. And then Cryptic.
Delver.
Exarch. Oh, shit. Do they actually have the...
I think they do. Like if they're sending out Delver, unless this was just
They had to
it's
not die.
possible.
This was lethal.
Okay, that did not die. You're right. You're right. You're right. They would have waited for end step.
This is
okay.
lethal. So
Well, let's see if they have it.
That's a good backup plan.
Yeah.
We can't stop it. We're out. So we pushed for lethal. So we can... I'll Garrick untapping some lands to make it look like we might have, something.
I guess we know that it's possible that this past turn they drew into it. So I think
Yes.
that's what makes it on second thought, that makes it pretty unlikely that they just have it, because if they just had it, after they wrath, the game would have ended.
Yes. However, they could, again, 1 in 19 even. That's a
Yep.
crit on a d20. So you have to assume if Exarch's in the deck, the other half has to be.
Yeah, you don't just play that card because it can fiddle.
So, if I had Garrick made a beast attacked with that beast, that might have been a bit... It just would have forced a block. It wouldn't change that math.
Yeah.
Alright, and then Garrick untap this and this to make it look like we have...
Something.
Alright, do you have it?
Okay.
Oh!
They have it! Hey!
Nice!
Great
Alright.
job.
Alright.
Cool. Good game.
Well played.
Okay.
That
now
will
the
do
game
it.
is over. I feel fine saying that was Magic streamer Caleb D.
This is like this. We played against Caleb a couple weeks back. I don't mention... A couple people mentioned that in the chat. I don't mention that. I don't mention that specifically because it's very likely they're streaming at the moment, and
right.
I will... not mentioning it is easier than mentioning it and then having to tell people don't tell me what's going on because
right.
I don't want to know.
And it isn't really relevant until it's over.
This is good.
Yeah, like it. In turn 1, get down exploration.
Yeah.
So that or Arbor Elf, and I think that this is better ramp.
Okay. I mean, I can't see that. I'm in the middle of playing a game to check, so I just won't mention it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So maybe Ethereum Warp Sorcerer next turn?
Yeah, could be, if we draw land.
That's a pretty good turn 3 play. We drew all of our ramp, so...
Hey, elves. What a weird one to be in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like playing against Caleb. Caleb knows what they're doing. Sure.
I accept.
That's
Like,
quite good
that-
when we have this much mana.
Yeah. If we really need to search for something else, we can always, put our sorcerer back in hand and then tutor it away.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
That does let their elves tap for 2.
Mm-hmm. Were they trying to avoid any of the like add 1 mana of any color
No, I think
green dorks in this one?
there's specifically like an elf theme in here.
Okay.
So this is from like literally the first like set of EDH decks that like were made.
I think we want to beast within that Kinnan,
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling as well.
because that gets rid of 3 mana, or we could just play Consecrated Sphinx.
Like I remember playing this with Maelstrom Wanderer. I don't think anything you can do can be better than this.
Yeah.
Also, I'll attack.
Yeah. Feel free to block here. That's fine. Because they can tap for what, 7 next turn, unless they if they
More
play another
than that.
land. Because they can tap for 3 with that one, 2 with the elves, and then
3 with
so
her.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly 9. Oh my god.
Okay.
So how many cards do you want to draw with Time Twister? I think beast within that one.
Draw 21 cards. Hey, what else? I don't want to give them that many cards, is the thing.
No, God no.
I just want
Like,
to
we're
beast
winning
within
this
the
one by
Titan
exhausting
and-
our opponent of all their resources.
Yeah. I'll base within their Titan, and then...
Then we can pretty much just attack in.
No.
Okay.
I still have to beast within the Titan.
Yeah. The Titan can't live. It's too strong.
We could kill Kinnan as well, but like...
Kinnan's a 2/2, Like, it does let him find more big things, but like...
That is a problem if with all the mana they've got, too.
But I think right now, another problem is, that they have a 6/6 on board. That, will get them more lands.
Yeah, which powers Kinnan.
Yep.
Maybe I just don't care about Titan, and I'm just going to fly over and kill them.
That also works.
This is the seat of your power.
Yes. This is why you kill the Kinnan.
Yeah.
And yeah, then you can play Recruiter, and we can, like, multi-block on that Titan to kill it.
Do the secret reach check.
Who knows? They could have added it to Primeval Titan. Okay, alright. Yep, I like it.
Green Suns for 3.
Okay.
They must have a very specific target in mind if that's what you're getting. Because you got way more mana than that. What is this? The hell is Green Suns for 3 right now? Archdruid?
Scoots War! Oh, baby.
Hell yeah!
Fortunately, we can almost keep pace of that with, just 3/3s or 5/3s.
Oh my god.
Oh right, prime time. Nope, we're getting inundated by scoots.
Mm-hmm. They get 12 of them.
Cool.
Because these trigger simultaneously and do not see each other.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But oh god, it's fetches.
Oh, good, excellent.
Yield to that, thanks. You should also please yield to this.
There's nothing to react to here.
Okay. Evac's not in our main deck. That's in our sideboard.
No, which is coming in. Okay.
Do we have
What can
anything
we do here?
Do we have anything in the main deck that, like, gets this? Like, can we kill them? I can go kill
Can we kill
Garrick.
them?
I can go kill Garrick, and then, like, we get one more turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they can double all of their tokens now
Oh, that's just
because
gonna...
they untapped their fetches. So no, I don't think there's. I
Yeah.
think we're dead here. Like, they can make themselves 48 scoots to swarm us with.
Well, then.
So I think we are actually out of this one. Unless.
Let's see if 21 cards can...
Yeah, something in our top 21 can do anything to them.
Yeah, let's check our top 21.
Top 7 can't, but we got plenty more to look through.
Alright, let's take a look at this.
What do we get? What do we draw? There's a Maelstrom Wanderer that we can't cast because it's too expensive.
Okay.
We can play 2 lands.
So Whirler Rogue can get a creature through.
Which does 7 to our opponent.
It looks like it's not enough.
Yeah.
Because...
Is it like, how much mana can we generate here? I don't think enough.
Only 5.
So, like... Yeah, that's enough to get down, like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So we drew 21 cards.
That was fun, at least.
And
yeah, evacuation seems great here.
I guess we made the same move with killing Kinnan when Kinnan wasn't the big enough threat.
Right.
Like, now we know that they have, like, super landfall triggers. Evac's good. Beast Within's good. Disdainful Stroke? Seems like they have things that wants to hit.
Yeah. Yep. We definitely want to get, like, prime time. So...
I'm actually going to get rid of the Twister.
Yeah. They're a ramp deck. They're going to dump their hand.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to catch them with a bunch of cards in hand.
And then... our other cut will be... unsure. We're going to cut Kinnan.
Yeah.
That card doesn't actually do anything for us.
Nope, not really. We have a
fine.
Brainstorm.
And a Chalice.
Yeah. So,
Prime Speaker is probably the other 23rd. Okay.
Yep, Chalice for 1. It's too bad because it's like the one card that Kinnan can actually, like,
do anything.
increase the power of.
Yeah. Cobra.
Okay.
Their deck has shown that it works really well with Cobra. Well,
Yeah, I think Garrick. And we can brainstorm. Or read a 3/3.
I think the 3/3 is better here because like we're going to be untapping next turn anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some pressure. Like next turn is Worm Coil Engine, so well.
No.
All right, I've been exactly answered.
Uh-huh. Well, Whirl Rogue next turn then. That's still a fine play.
Yeah,
I mean, Whirl Rogue plus Brainstorm.
still I've been
Uh-huh.
sniped now on that. All right,
Well,
I think the
it
red
still ends up
is
being a 1-for-1.
yeah. I think events are used, which is fine.
Yeah. I'm pretty okay with Venture being used for something like that.
I hate that I'm going to be end phase brainstorming, but I'm going to be end phase brainstorming.
Yeah.
Taking this. I want Whirler Rogue in play. That's more important to like unblockable Worm Coil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's land. Thopter is colorless.
Thopter is colorless.
Their 5 is
Tamio.
well.
It's getting tapped down.
Try.
Yeah, makes most sense.
I now don't care about brainstorming here anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything. Okay. Now I'll brainstorm.
Yeah. Do we all out at Tamio?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah. So this turn we, probably play Lumbering Falls.
Yeah, we play Lumbering Falls and then and Fauna Shaman.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and then we all out at Tamio. Because if they want to block their Lotus Cobra, that's fine. If this is their best 5-drop, then and they want to trade off their Lotus Cobra, then they're going to still be on 5 next turn. So my guess is they're not going to want to block here.
Yeah,
This is just to
the other part
delay
is
us and save some life.
they can't minus for draw 3, so
Yep, that too.
okay.
And they can't stop Worm Coil next turn.
No. We get Worm Coil regardless. Though they can just tap Worm Coil, obviously.
They can, yeah.
Okay, this is actually really nice because I don't really want to use this Wooded Foothills to...
Mm-hmm.
There's Garrick.
Okay.
Okay.
And then they get to play another 5-drop, which they presumably have.
Nah, 4. They only have 3 untapped plus
Oh,
the
yeah,
1.
gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. In this case, do we Ethereum Horn? That would mean that the Maelstrom they have on top of the deck goes away, which is maybe fine.
Yeah, that would be all right. We even got rid of one of our lesser draws. Ethereum gives us 2 threats, and that lets us better...
That's my thought there.
Ooh! Hold on. This is actually really cool. I've got a neat play. Let's grab Volcanic. Both of our plays would do this, but this gets us like a second. Shit, yes.
Okay, all right. Hell yeah. How about 3 threats?
Hell yes. That changes the math considerably. Alright, and then Whirl a Rogue, target itself, tap 2 artifacts.
Dope.
So let's attack Tamio. Let's attack Garrick. Let's attack Garrick. Actually, no,
We
I,
can kill the Garrick, but we
I
do
have
not
to.
want to let your opponent draw 5.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to kill that. Okay, you're right. You're right. I was just thinking of like, well, what if I just leave that alive? It's fine.
No, you're right. Like I was thinking that as well. I was like, oh, cool. Tamio's really just gonna tap a thing down. It's like, wait a minute, no, that's 5 tap creatures on your board.
Okay.
So yeah, they can still use Garrett to ramp here. Oh, okay.
Well,
Let's see how wild they can get.
2 cards in hand. 1 card in hand.
All right, that was just a okay.
1 card in hand.
So
They are almost 1 card away from being okay.
okay, all right. So it's just a scoot, single scoot.
Yep.
So still need to deal with that quickly. I'm not sure what we have that does that.
Dealing lethal damage.
That does work, yeah.
My game plan here is dealing lethal damage.
Oh.
Damn, there's 2 of the scoots. We can't.
Yeah. We can still, stop it from multiplying as quickly, but yeah.
So I can
8 mana now.
Blockable.
Then you can attack with 1 Thopter, doing a quick reach check. No reach, so you can attack with 1 Thopter, Garrick.
Yep.
Get off the board. Hit them for 5. Do you attack with the Elemental here?
I think so.
Yeah, because then they, trade with the Beast most likely, and that's just one of their bigger things off the board. Alright, so now the scary thing your opponent has is top decks and lands.
Primetime, fetch lands.
Yeah.
Okay. Basic.
Okay. Just a forest is okay.
It's annoying,
Like,
but
But, we're also attacking him with a Worm Coil, so, like... Use a Beast with Wind to ruin one of their blocks if they decide to just go stack up high on Worm Coil.
Yeah.
Or we can just make a Worm Coil unblockable, but I kind of like the idea of giving them a chance to block it.
I'm going to draw a card and make a 5/3.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Because that's what that card does.
Yeah. Tracker Forest, I think, is a pretty clear play. Unless you think that Tyler Tracker is better as any other creature.
We don't have enough mana to play the biggie if we were to...
The Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at, what, 7 mana now? 7. Plus the Force is 8, so we are 1 away from being able to do that. But
So yeah, let's go ahead and...
oh yeah, and these are clues that are artifacts that we can tap. We can't quite make make a lethal attack unblockable. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so our opponent seems like a pretty standard ramp deck all in all.
Yeah.
Like, the Scoot Swarm makes it seem like that.
Is a payoff for like the landfall. Like it's a very cheap payoff that we are very ill-equipped to deal with.
Yes.
Like it's one of those things that's just it's very good for us because like a red anything with red that has like bolts can kind of deal with that a little easier, but we don't have anything like that, so let's run it back.
Yep, I think that's what we got.
I don't hate this.
It's fine. Brainstorm is good. I do not have anything on one. That's like having evacuations. If they do rush out a huge board, we can, pretty easily send them back. Now we have the Disdainful Stroke open in case they can, manage.
Garrick.
They go for a big thing here, which is likely considering they're on 4 now. I like that.
That's what we call a draw. That is incredibly powerful.
It's pretty okay. Ooh, I like that we may have the chance to beast within like something problematic of theirs and then evacuate.
Yeah.
So my guess is that they have oh, Birds is here, huh? My guess is that the reason why they're not cracking that Prismatic Vista is because they have the Scoot Swarm in hand.
They're waiting hit 6.
Yep. So I think what we want to do is how many can we do that for this turn?
2 probably.
Okay. I like seeing those on top.
Yeah, let's put those back. I can force an evac next turn. Wait. I can just play Maelstrom Wanderer next turn. Hold on.
Oh, cool. Dope. It's pretty good.
Right? Like, if I go...
And then you can Maelstrom Wanderer into Ethereum Horde Sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm going to put evac... Well, no, I'm going to put it...
Yeah,
Yes.
you can put that one on top.
Okay, so Sorcerer, then Wanderer on
Maelstrom
top.
Wanderer. Yep.
So Wanderer on top.
And then we play Mountain and Waterlogged Grave, and then we can cast Chalice for 2 and still keep up Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, Scoot Swarm is
6 lands.
6 lands, yeah, to make copies. So they're still 1 away from being able to, okay, they just search for that. That's also fine. Okay. Turns us off of our Maelstrom plan, but...
Turns off my... Wow!
Yeah, also turns the Disdainful Stroke. That sucks. Damn.
This is the killer move here. Then here's the biggie. As long as it's anything but Primeval Titan, it's Titan. I don't even need to... why did I even... Come on, Jens.
Yep.
Come on, Jens. You already knew. Don't...
Dang.
You already knew what it was gonna be. God damn it. Like...
And yeah, then he got 2 fetch. So we still have a chance to be able to stop their Scoot Swarm Madness because we have the evacuation. So we wait for them to, get all of the triggers off of it, and then we put it back into hand.
I didn't need to give it a name. It was already there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go ahead and play Chalice for 2 again. Yeah, it's got to be Chalice for 2.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna just immediately do this. Obviously, I'm taking 3 extra damage for that move, but if that is counterspelled, the game is over so much.
And here's Scoot Swarm, of course. So they can't make a ton of them, but we can also evacuate the board after they do.
Yeah.
So, and they can't make quite as many because they don't have prime time anymore.
Yeah.
They're paying for life for it.
They have a follow-up.
If they want to keep going nuts, like putting like lands onto the board to double their Scoot Swarms, I am okay with that.
They got 6 mana still.
Okay.
Fuck.
Damn.
Oh. Okay, then. I thought we were going to lose our chalice, but we didn't. Anyway.
Well, we keep up Evacuation and Disdainful Stroke.
So if they cryptic us.
Yep. Do they have Lethal on board right now? I don't think so.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I think they have 12 on board, so.
Very happy to see Vivian doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Means I can Maelstrom Wanderer on the follow-up turn.
She's maybe was just,
Yep,
you know.
that's fine.
Yeah, totally. No problem. Please spend enough mana that you cannot Venser. I play that what else? Get more. Go wild. Go nuts. You've beaten us. There's nothing we can do. How could we possibly win from this position?
Okay.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
Good.
That is...
It's not enough to stop them from just
right,
venturing.
yeah, they could still Venser again.
Yes, because of how this brings the land untapped.
Okay.
Do you have another follow-up? Do you have anything more? Uh-huh.
So do we
We're good. They attacked with Bloom Tender.
Okay, great, awesome. Cool.
That
Now
was what
we
we needed.
evacuate,
That
and
was what we
they are
needed.
down to a forest.
That was what we needed. Anyway.
Okay. Replay Bob. You got it.
Oh, all right.
Okay, now we see what this this Wanderer is.
It has haste. It can't kill Vivian alone. It needs something to get through.
Yep.
I'm going to hold that in case we see a landfall card off this.
Yeah. And I don't think our opponent has any free counter spells right now.
No, we basically know their hand. Ha.
Well.
That's good. That's actually a very good draw there.
Oh, that's a very good draw.
Now that Arbor Elf is actually really good. It's secretly strong. You know why?
Oh, Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, dope. Hell yeah. Phew.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we all have Vivian.
Mm-hmm. Birds will block, I think.
Yep. Unless Birds of Paradise is so useful when they have this much mana.
Well, they want to be able to minus to, like, kill
Probably Sphinx, yeah. Which, fine. We'll get our 2 cards. That's fine.
Okay. Obvious play one is, you know... And I can't counter this because it doesn't... Here's the problem. They're back.
Yep, there's only 2 of them. They can't do any more than that right now.
There's not just 2 of them.
They can also what else? You're right. Huh.
There's a lot more than 2 of them. They also have Oracle of Moldiah, which they're not going to resolve.
Right.
That card is not coming down. That's something I can counter.
Yep. Thank God.
Untap my Triome. Okay.
Okay. All right. They have a minor suit swarm, but also you can haste out a pretty big team. So you probably just do the sorcerer here.
I can... Titania?
You don't have any lands in the yard is the problem.
I can sack the Waterlord Grove to put one there.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But is that better than, like, Sorcerer?
Sorcerer and like Duskwatch Recruiter.
Because Titania might be a better trick, like, as a secret haste button,
Yeah.
you know?
Totally. Yeah, I like the sorcerer. It'll get us something else. Plus we can play another 2/2 to
You can actually play both 2/2s.
Oh. You're right, we can. How about that? So we got that Arbor Elf. Okay.
Or I can
Cool.
just play Titania.
We have to get more beasts. Or Titania, you're right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or, no, Hasted Beast is actually pretty huge here.
Basically, we want them to have to block with suit swarms.
Yeah. I think it's Hasted Beast, Fauna Shaman, Duskwatch, then bring in the big threats, like bring in everything and push. Like, because they have to stop me. No.
Yeah.
The big thing is they can Venser next turn to shut off certain lines. So let's push now. There's no point in trying to get Garrick ult because they have a Venser to just bounce.
Yeah. Just reset it.
Their hand is Venser. What, Kennen?
Venser, Kennen,
Bloom Tender. No,
and
Kennen.
Unknown.
Kennen's pitched.
Oh, Kennen's dead.
Weird. Of all the pitches, Kennen's pretty. I would want that with this. Push.
Yep. I think this is a attack for 17, so they can just block there and live. The question is, can they and I guess the thought is that they can potentially generate enough scoots off of, these scoots generating more scoots to live, but we also have a lot of secret haste that can come in, so
I don't care because I can use Fauna Shaman to go grab Unblockable. And we should be able to win with that. Warlord Rogue, yeah.
Right, yes. Because, yeah, it looks like their plan right now is, like, have Garrick exist and,
have Garrick win next turn.
The big problem now is they have Venser.
Yeah, their final card is Venser, so we have to kind of, like, knowingly play around that. Their final card is Venser, yes. Are Garrick's alive?
Are Garrick's alive?
If they bounce the Maelstrom Wanderer, I think they're able to win. No. Okay, then we just go kill Garrick. Okay, I've got the line. So we discard Tatiova. Go find him. Wait a minute. Agent of Treachery will never resolve.
No, not in a million years, so we don't go for it.
Otherwise, that would be very funny.
But Whirler Rogue,
We could force
yeah,
out.
because basically we can tap our artifacts to uh target something and they can bounce that target.
Yeah, but I have enough sets of artifacts to do that twice.
Yep. And yeah, the Garrick, the race you can keep off of being able to, overrun you.
I also did the Garrick there so that they can't like interrupt this cast. Like, so Whirler Rogue can make like Beast Token plus Maelstrom Wanderer unblockable.
And here's probably where they
They do it mid combat.
yeah. So we make our beast token unblockable, we send the beast token at Garrick, we send the Maelstrom Wanderer at their face.
And they have to let Garrick take it.
This is game 3, right?
I have no idea.
Okay. Yep.
Like, my brain, we are so far in Magic, I cannot answer that question anymore.
Understandable. Nice thing is we get to Maelstrom Wanderer next turn again.
Right. They have to bounce Maelstrom Wanderer. It's the only choice.
Right.
They die to the other option. So I'm going to play Titania. Post. Because that would give me a 5-power attacker. So I can make unblockable next turn and threaten a kill. We can just Arbor Elf. And,
How much can your opponent attack you for?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 unblocked. We'll have 3 blockers. We'll be at 10. We'll go to 1.
Okay. All right.
It's fine. By the way, that's true regardless of if I play Titania or not. Like, yeah, okay. It's fine. Yeah, because I'm going to go to 10, 8, 9. Lumbering Falls activation. So let's... I have 3 blockers. You. I would take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't play Titania this turn. We have to pass. If I play Titania, I will pay 1 life with Waterlogged Grove. If I pay 1 life from Waterlogged Grove, the attack for 10 will deal 10 damage to my 10 life total. Okay, I figured that out. Oh, we just block. Like if I don't tap the Grove, we're fine. Just don't tap the Grove.
We can, do other things with our mana. We can use the Dusk Watch to look for another creature. We can draw a card off the Grove, get rid of it, make sure we don't accidentally kill ourselves. No.
So any removal off the top would be enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing. They're dead.
All right, tracker off the top is fine. Phew.
They're dead.
Cool.
I just play Maelstrom Wanderer, give it haste, and they die.
Lovely.
Wait. Yeah, Garrick will be able to do it. It's fine. Do we have to block? Yeah, 100%. We'll take lethal damage if we don't block. Oh, the Whirler Rogue can like block a 1/1. There are 3 blocks.
We're going to block a 1/1.
There are 3 forced blocks here. Also, I don't need to be unblockable if they all outed.
It's true. we just all let them back.
Yeah, like I don't need it's fine.
So yeah, we can block that. Yeah, block that there, block Venser there, block the, mana Elfador with that. And then we take 10 damage, go to 1.
Yes.
Alright. Sure. Okay, there we go. Whew.
Oh
boy.
I'm so glad for again, we had to count the lethal there because if we had missed Lumbering Falls, we would have died.
Yep. That was really close.
Oh my god, there's one more match. Okay, all right.
I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that was round 2. We've been here for 5,000 years. Sure. All right. We are in a new game. Could chalice for 1? And then Kinnan would make it a chalice for 2? That'd be okay. Our opponent's ramping. I cannot afford to wait multiple turns to get to. Because, like, if I do nothing this turn, then Chalice 2 next turn, then, like, I have nothing 2 turns from now against an opponent who's repping ramp. And I kind of don't want to just do, be on that setup. When, like, we could do this and then have Kinnan activation. You know, that's the idea here, at least.
All right. What is going on?
We mulligan to 6. I was just talking about the choice between waiting to Chalice 2 or Chalice 1 there, and the reasoning behind why I chose to Chalice 1. Specifically because I feel like we need to do something against an opponent who's like ramp, basically. I'll poke you for 1. That's fine. Like, it's definitely something, like, in a different matchup, I definitely would go for the Chalice 2. But because of the birds, I feel like we need to be pushing. Yeah. Especially with Kinnan activation being able to get us back. Oh, no.
Hi, Mole Drifter.
It's Mole
Hello, my
Drifter.
friend.
Love you.
What a good friend.
Goodbye, Mole Drifter.
That's nice. Good. Excellent.
I think I just, like, Kinnan activation?
Yeah, mm-hmm. I think that guess is an island or a mountain. Yeah.
Just double checking the timing.
Do that whenever. It's instant speed ability.
Mm-hmm. They could interrupt it. And they do have the... Now they could, like, bounce in response to Arbor Elf tap, because Arbor Elf isn't a mana ability. Hermit. Okay. Consecrated Sphinx? Prime Speaker is an immediate, like, activation on the Whirler Rogue.
It is, yeah. So we can whirl a rogue, immediately go find is that Yova maybe?
Yeah, we have Vista.
We have Vista. Yep, that seems like a great one to get. Let's just rival the amount of tokens they just made.
Yeah. It's not very useful. Yeah, we can at least put it back if we need. We have Brainstorm with the shuffle effect. Though I would like to probably use it soon here. Okay. So yeah, if we need to, like, if we want to get to Agent of Treachery, we can get to that one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
They're paying for Hermit.
Okay. All right. If you really want to, I don't think. Never mind. You know what? That was a dumb idea. Not doing it. Okay. What land are they getting?
that was like.
Gaia's Cradle. Okay. You got it.
I'll steal that.
Yes, please. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Thanks. All right, so we're dead.
End race Forerunners. Duplicate.
That's not we're dead. Okay, well, whew.
That's pretty much fine, actually.
That
Like,
could have been so much worse.
they can get a 5. They make that a 5-3, and before they do that, we can get our own 5-3.
Yeah, or they'll target Kinnan because everyone laser focuses Kinnan.
I'm guessing they're gonna want Kennen. We already used it to
Nope.
get value.
Everyone laser focuses Kinnan.
Oh. Also
Yeah.
understandable.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yep. Totally. Nope. For sure. Which is too bad. It means we can't go get ourselves a we'll have to use Kennen to find ourselves our consecrated sphinx. But yeah, thank you for giving us a turn to steal your cradle for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you. To cast a 6-mana removal spell.
Ah.
All right, there we go.
Oh, everybody hates Kinnan. It's just
Therein lies the rub.
so okay. Can't do anything about it.
No.
I am not blocking.
It's too bad because, having Gaia's Cradle for Kennen activations would have been excellent, but I accept us just having Gaia's Cradle unless them not having Gaia's Cradle.
That's
even if
how.
you don't have anything to immediately use it for.
That's my thought process. Is I like having it and not letting them have it. That's the entirety of my thought process.
Like that as a follow-up.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Anyway.
Yep, please give us your busted card. Thank you. You should have killed us. What are you doing playing a Gaia's Cradle when you have 7 creatures on the battlefield and not killing us immediately?
Oh, weird. Your creatures aren't worth anything anymore.
Oh, huh, okay. Well, I guess if you really want to.
Weird, what happened?
Best part is if they do happen to have like a wasteland on their deck and they decide to get rid of the Gaia's Cradle, we get a 5-3 out of it. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Titania's so good. Sure, you still have 8 mana. Like, kill me. Craterhoof. Like, just do it. God.
End race. Like, we've seen it before.
Oh my
Card
god.
Liberated. That's not a bad one.
That's good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Minus the thing that's big. Then probably not attacking with
I would guess that Muldrifter is just somehow not attacking this turn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna, like, brainstorm first.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. The other problem is we're still really tight on blue mana.
Well,
Not quite so tight on blue
fucking
mana.
hell. Holy shit.
Oh my god, we're gonna draw so many cards with Titania, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this way.
Mm-hmm.
So we go Cradle into blue. Play a land. That's good.
Hey, what do you know? It's Garrick.
And then we'll play Aro to...
Sack a forest. Hopefully don't get punished. We don't. Get an island and a forest. Draw 2 cards.
just casually. You know how it is.
And then we,
What am I doing?
we have 6. Well, we're gonna make 6 mana off of. We can make 6 mana off the Guy's Cradle. Is it worth twisting?
Probably twist next turn.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Or I'd probably use it to activate Lumbering Falls and just like throw the team at
Yeah,
Karn
honestly,
to try to
you
get
got a
that
lot
off.
of 3 toughness things, and they've only got 2 power on their side of the board. So
Like I like just trying to kill that damn thing because that's
really what the threat is right now. Like,
been a
I
lot.
feel like if we make it exile the wooded foothills out of our hand.
Karn, Treachery, and some Thopters. So one Thopter will die, but that's fine.
Yep.
These things happen.
We can sacrifice one. We don't have the Warlord around anymore to do anything with it anyway.
Do I take with the Arbor Elf too?
We don't super need it right now. If they want to trade, a Squirrel for it or something, I'm okay with that.
So yeah, we got Wooded Foothills. We can get rid. Honestly, the Wooded Foothills might be better than the Time Twister.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
It is a draw too. Their opponents get to draw any.
Cool, that's a kill on Garrick. That's a kill, so they have to.
On Karn, yeah.
So they
It's
have
for
to,
Lumbering Falls.
Oh my god, they don't kill the Lumbering Falls anymore.
They don't kill the Lumbering Falls. They don't kill anything. They kill a Thopter. And that's it. And Karn goes down to 1, so they get something out of our hand, which, we get a choice there. Yeah. Cool. Alright, supposed to follow up on 6.
Alright, well, this is the weakest card in my hand. So.
Yeah.
Let me think about the weakest card in my hand. Ooh.
Harmonize ain't bad.
They don't got the mana to follow that up, but.
Now I kind of wish we kept the Time Twister.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, alright.
Also, they have to attack. No.
Okay, what if we overrun our opponent?
You dare bring light into my lair? You must die. That wasn't actually a good Ganon impression, but that's fine. What are the
Okay,
odds
so
left
if
on
we
them?
overrun, what does that look like?
Well, let's just do the first thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 18 is 31.
Okay, and they have
29, 25, 23.
23. They're dead. Before you use the Cradle, activate the Lumbering Falls.
Oh,
Get 20
well,
more mana.
that's
This also doesn't really matter.
you left this alive?
Yep, you cared so much about maintaining your own value on your side of the board. You didn't notice that we had an overrun on our board ready to kill you.
You've killed me. All right. Goodbye. I love that we stole their cradle.
I know. God, that owned. Just our opponents played Cradle. Well, that's probably the game, right? And then they get duplicate of something. It's like, oh. No, that wasn't. That was not the game. That's far from the game.
Crunch.
All right. I think Disdainful Shrug once again. Good include. Yep, I like that swap.
Kind of like Time Twister out.
Mm-hmm. trying to think if I like the evacuate.
Feel
I
like
think so
feel like it
because
might be necessary.
yeah, like if our opponent goes nuts, then we can sort of reset them back to earlier in the game.
Mm-hmm. Uh, our own hermit for when we steal Cradle. Yeah. Oh, they sideboarded.
Hmm.
Piss.
Oh, so close to an excellent hand. Oh well. I'll
Yeah, I'll
this
keep that.
one.
Agent to bottom.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's a bit slow. If our opponent goes okay, thank God they missed one. If they hit one, I think we're in big trouble because they missed it. I think we have a okay shot now.
Yeah, hopefully they're not like
Because
super fast at the gates here.
yeah,
Okay,
okay,
that means they're gonna be consistent against us, but not fast.
right, which is okay because we are going to be well. We'll see how we're going to be. Hopefully, we draw something good here to play that's not arrow.
We don't have. Arrow's fine because it gets me like Titania on 4, but I'd rather get
Yeah.
the Titania on 4 on other ways.
Right, exactly. Like Titania on 4, when we can then Harrow to get a 5/3 is great. I love it.
Okay, and they are ramping.
Mm-hmm. We have our pods. We can potentially double pod. Yeah, go to the island since now we can search for island 4 so we have island in hand.
Okay.
And then we can Tatyova next turn, and then the turn after Tatyova, pod it into a
Yeah, Titania immediately makes 10 power,
Mhm.
which is really good.
Actually, I think we podded into Wormcoil.
Probably.
Because once we have Wormcoil, we can then sack Wormcoil to get Agent Treachery.
Ooh. So this is just so good.
Yeah, this is just such incredible value.
Okay. They have a billion mana and a Fauna Shaman.
Yeah, so they can do whatever they want now.
They have 8 mana after the activation. So this is anything in their deck.
They might also just have anything in their deck. Duplicate. All right. So our birthing pod plans are not as fun anymore.
This card's incredible. I can't Vanifar pod Vanifar as a move because it costs 8. We have 7, but that's probably what's going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Just cast Wormcoil Engine.
Holy shit. First things first.
Yeah.
How do you
Tempt
feel
them
about
to trade.
I will trade anything for your Fauna Shaman right now. Chump block. Oh no, sorry, that was a 5/3.
It was a 5/3, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, my brain has that
actually has
as a
other
2/4.
text. Yeah.
That's fine. I will take that off the board. That makes that a 1-for-1 total. My mind's like, why? What? Anyway, you might notice that I'm a little bit ragged. It's possible.
It's been a lot of Magic. A lot of very long and difficult matches of Magic.
This is 9 mana.
Okay, alright. Did they got the thing?
Oh, 10. Oh, shit. I was counting. Sorry. When I said 9 mana, I was counting the tutor.
Uh-huh.
Turns out.
Oh, that's an exile. That's a bummer. And, let's,
Oh, Island. Okay. I was like, what the hell is he
let's try to draw that Agent of Treachery, huh?
That's the out, huh?
Agent of Treachery off the top. Let's see it. That or Evacuate.
Yeah, Evacuate only buys us 1 turn.
Yeah, it buys us a bit of time because they can't immediately recast it. Type of Elemental doesn't untap. Doesn't do it. I think we're out of this one.
Yeah, let's move to 3. I just went through like about 15 different scenarios there, and none of them resulted in our victory. All right.
Cool. Disdainful Shark was in our deck already. That card would have worked against, would have sucked. We sort of had 2 things exiled, but then we would have,
Yeah.
stroked it.
It
So,
sucks because I was counting on I was counting mana based on a -1 based on the tutor, but they just already had it, so makes sense they hadn't been using it.
I will. It's a tiny bit slow because we have to play that Triumph
I'm
tap.
gonna
But hey,
keep it.
I like having the exploration. I like having the evacuation. I like having the brainstorm. I like the agent. It's a lot of good stuff in this hand.
Yeah. Exploration's basically an Arbor Elf.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play Forest Island. Then we can brainstorm at a turn to find more lands to play.
Nah, we hold the brainstorm. There's
Okay.
Because digging 3 is less than digging like that doesn't really
Sure. Yeah.
do anything until we're needing it, Because like if I do it end step, we won't dig any further.
Evoke
Evoke
Drifter.
My brain was like, how did you cast that Muldrifter? What is happening?
I didn't think you ramp that much.
Holy
it's only
shit.
turn 2. Jesus.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess I could do it, but
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh. So now I'm gonna brainstorm next turn.
Okay. Like end of their turn?
No.
Okay. End of our turn.
No.
Or in our turn.
Main phase our turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
I realize it's a bit funky.
Uh-huh. Okay, Fauna Shaman, that's still slow. They didn't need it last time anyway. Like they already had so many things that do nonsense. Like
This isn't worth the evac.
I don't think so.
I'm just okay. I have said it aloud so that I know that. So yeah, brainstorm. Yeah, so that's the bit with it that makes it awkward. So
Yeah. So what do we not want in our hand? Because we can immediately Yavimaya Druid Dryad here. Or if we want to draw something, we could Whirl a Rogue.
yeah, feel like I do want to ramp still.
Yeah, I think we want to ramp because if we can get the Agent of Treachery down before we evacuate.
Okay, so let's do it the other way. We're keeping Yavimaya Dryad. We're keeping Tatiova. We're keeping Agent of Treachery. What's our 4th? Evac?
I think evacuation, yeah. So I think the Warlord and Fauna Shaman go bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, so do it in reverse. Luckily, we drew a shuffle effect with that. So target us.
So yeah, we draw a land. We can Agent of Treachery, steal one of their lands, and then we can evacuation. And then
We also have just Tatiova
yeah,
land if that is part of it as well. Or even just evac pickup Dryad, but I like Agent of Treachery cycling, right? That's the dream is they play something cool here and we just go ahead and
all right, more lands, sure.
Sundering Titan for us. Okay, 2 lands out of their hand. And a 4-drop, Garrick. Draw 3.
Harmonize.
That's a very, very good time for that card.
Yeah.
There's not a better time for that card. I'm incredibly scared of your hand.
Yeah, Jesus. I think it's still worth taking that trade.
Your hand is that good? God damn.
Okay, cool. So now we can steal their we can't turn them off any colors because they, lands are now all basic land types. But
I'm just gonna
we
steal
can
that.
still take their harbor.
Yeah, we just take their harbor. No reason to take their creatures because they're gonna get bounced. So.
Right. We're gonna put everything back in the hand.
I wonder if we can get to the draw 3 on Agent.
Maybe. My guess is they're gonna duplicate it.
Yeah. That
Oh,
sucks.
Karn.
That's very bad.
Yeah, that's really bad, huh?
That's extreme.
Well, yeah, because he's just gonna exile. He's gonna exile the agent. Exile the Tatyova.
Yeah. It's fine. We can steal that and then alt it or whatever.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I think that's how we have to play it. Is
Ha!
Or we could rush down the Karn.
Or I could let them plus it.
Yeah, if they plus the Karn, I think that almost feels like the correct thing to do because that destroys them, right? Yeah, no, we want them to take the Maelstrom Wanderer
We'll win the game on the
because
spot.
that's our Karn.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is they're going to do some dumb bullshit. They're going to plus to exile Maelstrom Wanderer. We're going to steal the Karn. We're going to minus it, and then we're going to start the game with Tatyova and Maelstrom Wanderer on the battlefield.
They're gonna know what's up the moment Maelstrom Wanderer is exiled from the plus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is gonna work. Something's gotta go wrong. Shit. Okay.
All right. Well, okay. Fine. You caught us. We were sandbagging for some reason. I just want them to tap low.
If they go for a removal spell on Agent, we bounce it. That's just how this works.
Yep.
I don't care about that.
That's fine. You can get rid of... Yeah, sure. Get rid of our expiration. We've used it.
I don't care about that. Is it real? Is steal...
Repeat lands.
Who gets to choose the order?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know.
Okay.
You do. Okay, phew. Okay, so we put that one on top. And then we put the Stomping Ground. Okay, cool. Still works. We're still good. Alright, and they now have 1 mana, which they will not have next turn.
Here we go.
To evacuate.
Are you ready to party?
I can only hope that our opponent lets this happen. Give me.
Oh no, that's not the right extreme ways. No. No, I want the other extreme ways. No. Is that it? Ah, I've ruined it. There we go.
And they do go first, so they need able to respond here. All right, there we go. Very good.
There we go. Extreme ways are back
that was
again.
so good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think if you have the option to exile an Agent of Treachery from the battlefield, you do it. Like that card is so good when you flicker it that your opponent must have some way to like reuse it, right?
Yeah, that was I'm gonna have to pull up the clip of that because that was such a fucking good bit.
That was so perfect.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We stole their card alt.
Yep. It's like, oh, if you're not going to exile our agent this turn, you're not going to exile it next turn either.
Yep. Yeah, we called their bluff. Like the moment we exile Maelstrom Wanderer.
Yeah. Is the moment you realize that you really should have exiled that
Is like that's when the alarm should
Yep.
just be going off in your
but
brain.
it's too late. You've already put down the card.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to explain to you why you're dead.
I feel extremely good about this. Anyway, that's a god. We've had some incredible endings on these bullshit ones. Like
even when we lost, just do you just have twin? Oh,
all right,
good
yep,
game.
Excellent, the powerful move. Yeah, I think today the clip for the massacre worm went up. All right. Anyway, that's it. That's gonna be it. Thank y'all for joining. Yeah.
Excellent magic.
We stole the game, and then Karn took it over for us. So, all right, that's gonna be it. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you, Kabanaw, for being here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hope you all had a good time. If I'm so glad that Maelstrom Wanderer technically won us the final game.
Yep.
Yeah, if you want to catch more of what we're doing, what I'm doing here, you can always follow Steve and I go live. Subscribe for cool skulls and slimes. But if you're just here having a good time, that's great as well. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be the last of Teardown. And hopefully we got a thing going on Thursday. Me and Gnome. We'll see how tech does. So I'm gonna say that so that maybe it is real. We'll see how technology works. Anyway, that's what's coming up. So, yeah, thank y'all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Great. Take care.